now we can see Vinny. There you are. Hi, Vinny.
Now I'm all sexy.
What's up, thing?
Talk with you too about like you're working with Belial during the 21-day invitation.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Belial is something that listen, I've worked with a lot of entities over the years. He terrifies me.
Yep.
And my 21 days were completely different than everybody else's. And I know everybody had a different experience. But there was a couple of days, dude, where I couldn't even move.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first evoked him...
Can you vomit?
This is awful. Like, I threw up, like, the first time I evoked him.
It was
just like, what the actual hell? And he goes, well, this is why I told you earlier to do it outside.
Oh, shit.
I was like, fair. So I guess because, okay, I have been working with Lucifer, you know, and Arachne, mainly, right? And...
Oh, you work with Arachne? Okay, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love her.
That's her homegirl.
Yeah, she's my homegirl.
Is Arachne the same as Sephiron's? Just wondering.
Yes, same.
Okay, dude. So like, I'm sorry, just to go into this, is she as terrifying as people say?
Yes.
Yes, she is. But she also has compassion.
She brought tears to my eyes.
So
dude.
she doesn't torment you for that long.
That's what I felt. Okay, yeah. Or she what?
She doesn't torment you for that long.
What are her trials like?
Oh.
Well, one of them, the very first trial, is trust. If you don't give her your trust, she's going to ignore you for a really good time. And I'm not sure how long because I trusted her. And so, you know, I gave over myself to her completely.
You know, when
she literally came at me with her terrifying spider face, attempting to kiss me. And I knew.
Yeah, and she was trying to kiss you.
I knew she was dripping venom that would kill me. And I knew that her kiss would kill me and take my life.
Okay,
but I trusted her. And at the very last moment, before she could reach my lips, this feathery leg reaches out right in front of my mouth and hers and guards her from touching me. So she knew she was going to save me all along.
That was intense.
Yeah. It was crazy.
It's so crazy being on the podcast with somebody that really gets it.
Yeah.
I can just, like right now, your head is glowing, which tells me that, you know, you're on the right frequency. I don't know if that. I'm telling you, bro, it's deep.
It's deep. I like the that's all I need. Thank you. Oh.
Yeah. But once you reach out to Arachne, be prepared to work for her for a long time because she doesn't let you go until she's done. There is no condition. There is no talking about it. That is what it is. You listen to the divine goddess and you do what she says. Period. In the story.
Yeah.
And her trials, one of her other trials is going through her garden. Now, for me, I was doing a pact with Lucifer, and when I was done with it, the Baphomet showed up, and I had never met the Baphomet before.
Yeah.
Never worked with them, right? And so they came and they spoke to me, and they gave me Arachne's key to her garden.
Yeah.
And they told me, you know, some things, you know, that were personal for me, that only I could understand. And, you know, it's like he was doing that as a verification of what he could do, what he could know, that he knows all, or they know all, right?
Yeah, because she knows everything. Yeah.
Yes. So I got the key, and then I was told to take some time, because once I started that trial, I wouldn't be done until it was done. And, you know, this one, if you don't survive it, you lose your mind. You become absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So it's not like a simple trial where you just do something and you don't have to do a whole lot and you learn a lesson and whatever. No. This one has consequences. But it's for good reason in the end, because when you do pass it, you become connected to her on her cosmic web in a way that others aren't connected. So I've been gearing up for it, and I'll be doing it soon. So if I go completely batshit crazy after this, everyone will know what happened.
Ha ha.
But I
Oh,
do know
dude.
someone. I do know someone that passed through her trials of the garden, and
Yeah.
they're doing quite well. They've continued on with their path working with her, and they are doing so amazing, and I'm so proud of them. So they know who they are.
Yeah. She's told me I won't live if I don't work with her. So I know,
Yeah,
like, but at the same time it's like the risk of sanity or insanity, like what the fuck is sanity, And on top of
I don't
that,
know.
like like if it I mean like I've came to Azazel and he's disiluded my ego. I think to some humans that would be insanity. So it's like maybe that's a good thing even. Like, and I mean not to like, change it or something, but it's like maybe that's even just where older speak or we understand it in that way of insanity where it's like you just start to understand reality in such an expanded way that you can't grasp it because she's showing
Yeah,
you way more than what you were like if you knew it when working with her and trusting her you are her so it can't hurt you but if you
absolutely.
try to go into it and then you aren't her and you don't have her as that I noticed like the whole point of magicians or is like we're trying to become the all and the everything and that's every deity and there's some deities that are already everything and they're like they just they touch you and you become everything and then it's like
Yep,
some people are ready for that download some people aren't and they're just trying to like you have to love them you have to trust them you have to like embrace everything that's coming into your life and you can't that's why you have to eradicate all that fear all that doubt all that everything within yourself
100%.
but thank
Absolutely.
you for that, cause like I've been going through a lot of emotional shit, and I was like, she's always there for me, and she's nice, and she like put us like she sent her little spider things, and like they started like putting webs around me, and I was like, I mean, I don't know, like maybe like symbolism of
with physical
initiation
presence
of
on the
the
room.
womb, but she understands I'm still learning and I'm going through a lot, and it's like a part of my mind would sometimes block that compassion and that love. And I think that's because I block it within myself, and
Yep.
that really
Mm-hmm.
opened me up. And like, thank you for that. Actually, for just
Oh,
really,
that's so cool.
yeah,
That's really cool.
Hey, at least you got to work with it before I did. I know. I just started mine.
Well, her doing that with you means that she sees
Yeah,
you as one of her children,
which is good.
and she will protect you as long as you are always loyal with her and you give her your love. She will help you and protect you and be there for you.
She came. She came to my 10-year-old son and allowed him to see, her spider form. And scared the crap out
oh,
of him.
he's
He came out.
powerful. Man.
He came. He ran into the living room, talking about, "Can you do me a favor and tell that thing to stop scaring me every time I use the bathroom in your bedroom? Cause she scares me." And I'm like, "That's mommy's thing. I don't know too much about
That's
animals."
mom. I love that. Guys. I love that. I love that. So I'm crying right now. I love this so much. Okay, yeah.
I was like, "That's mommy's thing. I don't work with her because she scares the shit out of me, and I don't like spiders." And I mean, I've worked with her now, but I had to really learn some lessons because I was always terrified of spiders. Well, she had them come to me and like, show themselves in terrifying ways. And when I did finally finish working with her, she gave me a shot of the kind of the half spider, half beautiful woman look.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah.
it
Okay.
was split down the middle, and
Mhm.
then she smiled and let me go. I feel like she eased me into it and said, I'll always watch out for you. I got your back, but understand that if I want you, you'll be here. Do you know what I'm saying? It was it was
Uh,
very matter of fact.
Arachne eradicates fear.
Yeah,
She teaches you to face
yeah,
your fears
yeah.
and fight them. and conquer them.
It's very much.
There's no kindergarten stuff here. No, she's like, you're going to face your deepest fears, and you're going to conquer them. And if you don't, well, you won't like the consequences of that. So you might want to just do it.
And I've been on this path for a long time, and she was one of the last I had to work with, and it took me this long to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, and you worked your way up though, because you did it right. Like, I mean, everyone has different, but for yourself, you did it right. Like,
it was definitely something that I needed to go through. I mean, because I did some crazy shit when I was a teenager. I worked with some crazy entities and did a lot of stupid shit, and did a lot of great shit. But this one terrified me, and I never wanted to touch it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you learn your lessons, you learn your trials, and you get it done. It just made me a better person, better magician, and you can't ask for better than that, as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, because or what beings do you used to work with, or like? Because I feel like we all make mistakes along the path. Actually,
of course we do. Of course we do. We all make mistakes, but no one ever wants to face their fears. You may be able to apologize for the things you've done, but you're never going to apologize for being afraid, because you never want to show that you're afraid, because that's a weakness.
Yeah.
What was the question?
And no one ever wants to be weak. No one ever wants to show weakness. You always want to show strength, right? I had to learn weakness. I had to learn how to be able to face my fears.
And it's not easy, because we're always being taught these lessons. Like, we're always getting our ass kicked and being shown, okay, now stand up and do it again. But this time, don't be an asshole. And I'm just like, okay, rock on. That's Belial, though. Like, Belial has beat my ass. And he told me, he was like, he goes, I know you're the queen of loopholes, but I'm just telling you that if you even try, well, then I guess you'll see my wrath. And I was just like, no, I'm gonna do what you say. Yeah, your suggestions are good. I'm cool with it.
You're really good at loopholes. Like with the like he's like nodding. He's like, she was close. Like just like. Oh.
Yeah, because like I am that person that's like, okay, so you said this, but you didn't say this. So if I do it this way, I'm really not breaking your rules. I'm just creating another.
That's actually like that's what he teaches too. Is like what is he called? Without being without a master and stuff like that. Like you like even like kind of faced like the first trials, like because some people just cave to whatever he wants, and it's like he doesn't want that. He'll say things and they'll be like, I mean, like okay, like 2-2 or like it's 2-2 right now. It's like that's if that's what you want, and then it's like they don't realize they can like bargain and try to like make the deal with the devil, like no, I'm joking, but like
Yep.
It's crazy.
It's pretty funny though. I mean, like honestly, they know what we're gonna try and do to get out of things, and and whenever I mess up, I'm like, look, I'm so mad, and then he'll be like, why are you mad? Like, I'm not mad, and I was like, well, but this is what you set me out to do, and I failed, and he was like, okay, but the only person that you need to be apologetic to is you. You're not letting me down. You're letting you down.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's going to hurt you much worse than anything I could ever do to you.
That's too much.
I was like, okay, thanks, But that's Belial, and so his energy was too strong for me. Not strong, but like heavy. It was too heavy. Because working with Lucifer, you've got the dark and the light, so there's balance. So working with Belial, I very much was sick the very first time. The second time I evoked him the next day, I was able to hold his energy for like 3 minutes, so I didn't get sick that time. But, the more I did it, the better I could do, and now I just think his name and he's with me. So he's with us now. He's definitely here.
Oh,
he
yeah,
has a sense of humor. But he wants to make you a better you, a better version of you. The things you want for yourself, but maybe you just won't do it either because you're lazy, you don't have time, you don't believe in yourself, or whatever reason. Like, he cuts through all bullshit, and he's like, Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Like, none of those things are true. Don't waste my time, but yet, better yet, don't waste yours. And I was like, okay. Like, he calls you on all your bullshit.
He he came when I was 14. He came to me as a really hot busty chick, and
You would, yeah.
yeah, and he was like, you know, you need to get your act together. I'm like, it's all good. It,
It's so good.
but I was more about my vanity and making sure I was, you know, look good for the girls. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't give a
Yeah.
shit. I didn't give a shit about it, and I was learning too. You know, I thought I was a badass 14-year-old black magician. I got my ass kicked. He was like, "You're gonna do this shit. You're gonna do it right, or you're not gonna do it at all."
That's
Yeah.
wild. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I began to really understand how to control myself and the things that I do, along with the energies that I bring.
And don't get us wrong, like, we're still very much working through so many
Oh,
things.
trial after
Belial
trial.
Yeah,
is
we
with
all
me
are.
every
Yeah.
day, and he may not say anything every single day, but when I screw up, he'll just laugh. I'm like,
Yeah.
man,
Yep,
like,
yep, yep. It's crazy.
you can't
It's
you
crazy.
can't hide anything from Belial.
No.
Like, it's pointless to try. So I just tell him now, like, I'm gonna screw up, and like that's how it is, and I accept this, and it is what it is, and I will take all the responsibility for it when I need to.
Well,
Like, it is what it is.
I asked out loud. I was like, "Why did we pick 21 days? Why the hell
I'm
did we
sorry,
pick
what? Or
21
why'd you
days?
what?
Why did we
Or
pick a
sorry.
21-day vacation? Why does it have
Oh,
to be
yeah.
21 days? Why couldn't it just be 3,
It
4,
really,
9?
if 21 days really aligns you with that spirit.
Baby, I understand,
You're
but
like, I didn't need to get to know him get that
Because
well.
he was kicking my
because two
face
plus
in.
one is three.
Yeah, he was kicking my face in at times, and I was like, "Why did we pick 21 days? Why?" Because I need to. We need the lessons to learn.
Yeah.
I needed
Yeah.
to, you know.
What I find really interesting, and this is some insider stuff, right? So everyone on our team at the time that did not do the 21-day invocation with Belial for whatever reason, they're no
Yeah.
longer part of the team.
You know
Yeah.
that?
That's not a
On their
coincidence.
path.
No, not.
You know, Lucifer approved everyone in this group, and the people that are still here because Belial allowed them to stay.
Yeah.
Because he's also very much part of Black Dragon. You know, Joshua resonated with Lucifer, but he resonated with Belial. I mean, he even had him tattooed on his back.
Joshua and Belial rolled deep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Shit. I didn't know.
So,
I didn't know that. I knew it was deep with the Asmodee and like Lucifer, but like I could see the Belial though. I could see the Belial. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. So,
Joshua came to me, what, a couple of days after we were uh, taken into the family, the Black Dragon family, after we, you know, did the interview and such. A few days later, Joshua came to me and essentially said that, you know, I can be the part of Black Dragon that sort of he was, not the be all and end all, you know, because
yeah,
he was the boss, but the dark part of what he represented,
yeah,
because I am fully immersed in the left hand path. I don't shift in any other direction. I don't work with light.
you're completely infernal.
I'm completely
Yeah.
infernal. I always have
yeah.
been. I know, you know, that's just my choice. And he came to me and said, "Well, you'll be that part. You know, everybody here will take on some role. You know,
Yeah.
whatever, whatever, whatever they're meant to take on, they'll take on. But you will be that dark part, essentially that he had, that he was the part of, because everybody." When he, you know, when he was on, you know, when he ran Black Dragon, everybody had the best things that they were good at. You know,
Yeah.
whatever they rolled with, whatever they rolled deep with, he was good with. But Joshua rolled deep with the Infernal, and that was his forte, so to speak. I mean, to put it in those kind of terms. And when he came to me and said those things, I looked and I said, "How is that possible? I'm not. I don't feel like I'm, all that. I'm proud that I've been able to do the things I've done over the years, and I'm not ashamed of my, love for the left hand path and my beliefs." And then she explained to me all kinds of different things. It was so. I mean, you want to give me a little version?
Well, first, I do want to say that, like, anyone who's not a part of Black Dragon anymore doesn't mean at all that they didn't deserve to be here.
No.
Because they're all badass black magicians in their own right.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is that they practice.
I meant no negativity towards
Oh,
anybody.
no, I'm just saying.
No,
but
yeah.
also, we all have our internal battles and things that need our focus and attention.
Yeah.
And so I believe that's exactly what happened. Like, people that had things that they needed their focus more than this were carried, to do that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's fine.
But Belial, he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible to work with. I did want to say about Joshua, he was here with me yesterday. He actually came because our son was seeing something outside in the yard. Okay, and this thing looked creepy. Like, he took pictures of it, and you can sort of see it in one of the pictures. It's really wild, like an outline of this creature that also had tentacles, by the way. And I just was asking the spirits generally. I was like, so what about this spirit? And they said, nefarious. I was like, oh, okay. So I told, our son, I was like, don't bother it or anything. Like, you took your pictures, but leave it alone. Like, it's not a good spirit, and just leave it be. So then Joshua came forward, and he was telling me, he goes, that is a shadow person. And he's like, the mother rep in general. And I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. He goes, your son is still a little guy, and he needs to do what he needs to do at his age. Don't let him get involved in them. Don't let him think about him. Nothing. And I was like, okay. And then I asked him how he was doing. And he was like, man, I'm like the king up in this bitch.
Oh, the spirit?
Yeah, it was actually Joshua. And he said...
you asked Josh how he was doing. Okay, yeah.
And he was like...
he really
actually, he was like, actually, I'm not supposed to say that, but I'm good. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then he was like, I know I'm supposed to ask this, but I already know. How are you and your family? And I was like, we're good. And he was like, okay. He was like, look, I'm just going to cut the shit for you. Just do what you need to do. Like, the things you all need to do. Like, just get it done.
Yeah.
I was like, I know. And then he left. But, that's Joshua. He, like, comes in and comes out, like, as he pleases.
Yeah.
But my son did leave the spirit alone, and it did go away, so it wasn't a problem. But... what did you say?
I said, you said a few words, but I'm like, I know you got his personality in that whole, like, you know what I mean? When he came through, like, he's always vocal, or just, like, I can see his personality, like, so much in his energy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you guys, or for just, like, especially the way you described it, have you guys, seen the show The Magicians?
No, it's on my to-watch list, though.
We haven't got to it yet, but we have it. We have it on Netflix.
Some trippy shit in there. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm just gonna slightly spoil it.
Okay.
There's this dude that's really good at teleporting in it, and like, so it's like there's these magicians that are all like come together through different walks of life and shit like that. And then there's like a main character, and like, well, main character is actually the whole group and stuff, and it's different and it shifts. But one of them's name is like Penny and stuff like that, and like, bro, he like looked like Josh. It was trippy because in the show he dies, but the thing is they all think he's not there, and then he's actually there, and he's trying to like astrally move things to show them that he's there, and he teaches them things from that, and he's actually already a part of like another, or like an organization from that in the astrals, where he's like in a sense going in between and like being like the mediator, where
That's so
one of them
cool.
was really sad, yeah, that he died.
I want to
But
I want to see the show.
Yeah, I
I'm
want to see it.
yeah, but you guys will see it. You guys will see it. Like,
That is really cool.
yeah,
Yeah, we
and,
definitely will watch that for sure.
and then have you seen Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Yes, that movie is so
Yes.
So
good.
that was, no, I swear that was for you, bro. Like,
Every one of us loved that one.
huh?
The whole family watched that one.
Yep,
That one's
it was
beautiful.
so good. Yep.
I was mad too because they were supposed to come out with a Doctor Strange 2, but no one's released it yet.
No, hasn't been out yet.
I think it was a
Probably
Yeah,
everything got put on hold.
Everything got
It's so annoying.
got.
We want our binge fests, okay? Like, you know, get out there and get cracking. We have nothing else to do during.
yeah, but you guys will see it. You guys will see it. Like,
That is really cool. Yeah, we definitely will watch that for sure.
And then have you seen Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Yes, that movie is so
Yes.
good.
So that was, no, I swear that was for you, bro. Like,
Every one of us loved that one.
huh?
The whole family watched that one.
Yep,
That one's
it was so good. Yep.
I was mad too because they were supposed to come out with a Doctor Strange 2, but no one's released it yet.
No, hasn't been out yet.
I think it was a Corona.
Probably
Yeah,
everything got put on hold.
Everything got
It's so annoying.
got the Rona. So.
We want our binge fests, okay? Like, you know, get out there and get cracking. We have nothing else to do during Rona. We gotta sit home and watch all of our favorite TV shows, like, you know.
Yeah, because you can't go 15 feet without breathing on somebody. So
You can't go anywhere.
Literally.
Yeah, it's crazy.
they need to just put bubbles in our claws so we can. I don't know. So stupid.
Well, I think I'm getting tired. Are you guys good for the night?
Yeah, like, dude, I feel you guys, like,
Yeah,
I ain't
we're
going.
hungry.
I ain't going to sleep yet. I'm going to kill my refrigerator.
I need food so. Okay, we've been talking for a few hours, but I mean, we got notes on like a whole bunch of different stuff, so like,
That was awesome.
like that's cool.
Immortalis.